Good morning, I'm Ellen Nethkin and this is Global Affairs World. We begin with breaking news from the United Kingdom. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has announced a bold four-step plan to defend Ukraine, calling on European nations to take immediate action rather than simply engaging in discussions. Speaking after a defense summit at Lancaster House, Starmer outlined a commitment to forming a coalition of the willing to ensure Ukraine's security. Additionally, he unveiled a £1.6 billion finance deal aimed at supplying Ukraine with over 5,000 missiles, emphasizing that every nation must contribute in its own way. In another judgment, a U.S. federal judge has ruled that former President Donald Trump's dismissal of a top government watchdog was unlawful. Judge Amy Berman Jackson determined that allowing the firing of Hampton Dellinger, head of the Office of Special Counsel, would set a dangerous precedent, giving presidents unchecked power to pressure officials into compliance. The ruling could set the stage for a major Supreme Court battle over presidential authority. Moving on to another news on U.S. tariffs on Canada and Mexico, the U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick has confirmed that tariffs on Canadian and Mexican imports will take effect this Tuesday. While initially planned at 25%, President Trump will have the final say on whether adjustments will be made. The administration remains in ongoing negotiations, leaving room for possible last-minute changes. In San Diego, the U.S. Coast Guard intercepted a 25-foot boat carrying 21 undocumented migrants off the coast of San Diego. The individuals were taken into custody and transferred to U.S. Customs and Border Protection officials. Authorities confirmed that multiple agencies, including the Coast Guard Cutter Haddock and CBP Air and Marine Operations, participated in the successful operation. In the protests outside a Tesla dealership in New York City led to the arrest of 9 demonstrators. The demonstrations, part of a nationwide movement dubbed Tesla Takedown, targeted CEO Elon Musk's role in President Trump's controversial Department of Government Efficiency. Authorities reported that hundreds of protesters gathered, voicing outrage over sweeping federal workforce cuts linked to Musk's leadership. In Illinois, Governor Pritzker has intensified his opposition to the Trump administration's proposed Medicaid cuts. Speaking at the University of Illinois Hospital, Pritzker warned of severe consequences for vulnerable populations, urging immediate action to oppose the policy shift. The Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has defended Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky while casting doubt on Russia's reliability in any peace negotiations. As European leaders consider a new military coalition, Trudeau hinted that Canada may join efforts to uphold stability in Ukraine. However, he emphasized that the decision would ultimately be left to the incoming government. Moving on to Europe, the British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, has rejected claims that the United States is an unreliable ally under President Trump. Addressing concerns following Ukrainian President Zelensky's abrupt departure from Washington, Starmer reaffirmed the strength of US-UK relations, calling their security and intelligence ties unparalleled. In a major change, Hamas has rejected Israel's request to extend the first phase of the Gaza ceasefire. A senior Hamas official stated that further hostage releases would only occur under a pre-negotiated phased agreement. Talks remain at an impasse as both sides hold firm on their positions. Coming on to India, the massive rescue operation following an avalanche in Uttarakhand has come to an end, with the final 4 bodies recovered from the Border Roads Organization camp in Chamoli. This brings the death toll to 8. Army medical teams are treating 46 survivors, with 3 in critical condition. Talking about Indian diaspora abroad, a US-based researcher has identified approximately 100 monuments at Lahore Fort dating back to the Sikh Empire. Around 30 of these structures no longer exist, but a government-backed initiative is working to preserve the historical legacy of the fort. A new tour guidebook is in development to document these significant findings. And at the end, the latest from the sports world. In cricket, India has secured a place in the Champions Trophy semi-finals after defeating New Zealand by 44 runs in Dubai. Shreyas Iyer's crucial 79-run innings and Varun Chakravarthi's exceptional 5-wicket haul led India to victory. India will face Australia in the first semi-final, while New Zealand will take on South Africa. That's all for now. Stay with us for more updates. I'm Ellen Nethkin, and this is Global Affairs World.